It was 2005 and I was undertaking my first four-wheel drive trip ever. I had reached the Northern Territory and was currently touring through Kakadu National Park. Today I would visit some wetlands, watch a crocodile watching people at a popular swimming hole, before rolling on into Darwin, where I would watch planes landing, a fire trying to consume our caravan park, and much, much more. Stick around to the end, where I will roll the credits as usual. Meanwhile, I was climbing up a hill. I guess it's got to be worth the effort when you've got to climb up there and you get to here, then you turn around and see this. Yes, I am puffing. It's 250 metres, a fair bit of it up. Nearly all of it up, in fact. And while we're here, just look at how this big bundy here is sitting on that little piece there. This is the Anbangbang Billabong. Previous footage was shot from somewhere up on that hill there. Again, this is crocodile infested area. The picnic tables all the way around. There's a 2.5 kilometre walk. Again, as with most of the wetlands, features bird life. So this is yellow water at Cooinda. Actually go boat rides here and they take you out, take you around all the wetlands and show you what lives within. And of course the old crocodile sign there as well. And the boats. And there's a crocodile just lurking out there. Why not? During the wet season, all this is underwater, of course. Some of the local workers from Cooinda having fun heading back up the road on their four-wheel thing. Okay, we're at the Bukbukluk Lookout, which is looking out over the old Good Parlour station. Also gives a pretty good look at some hills we've been driving alongside of as well. We'll go to another spot to have a look at those. It's fairly late in the afternoon. Well, when I say late in the afternoon, it's getting around towards 4 o'clock now. So I've been sitting on the side of the road asleep for half an hour. There's that for a view of some hills we've been running alongside of. Beautiful. I'm currently frustrating the daylights out of a heap of flies because I bought a fly net. I keep forgetting to use it. I've actually got it on at the moment. Must look like the Jolly Green Giant, but geez, it works. Well, this is the Gunlom or Water Creek Falls car park. It's a fair drive in, about 37 kilometres. The road's in pretty good nick. Obviously we've just had a grader through this recently. And over here, if there's any water flowing, are the falls. Let's go and have a look. As with most of walks through these types of places, again very rich and green. Obviously rainforest. Great country. And crocodiles have been known to come in. Estuarine ones, freshwater ones are in the area.
Oh, good spotting. How did you spot him?
I was looking with the binocular and I saw him.
Fantastic. Good work.
Mum, I want to stay here. I want to see.
1.5. Yeah, it's pretty big. But he's got a
What we're looking at over in the rock there is
Yeah, but to get an average
a crocodile.
you've got a hell of a lot.
A lot of argument going on as to whether he's a freshie or an estuarine, but nobody's going in to find out. I wonder why.
We've got him out from home. Used to look now. So what do you reckon, Eddie? Tell.
Meanwhile, this is the plunge pool we came to look at.
Oh, yeah. No.
And there's the waterfall, which is not running all that strongly at the moment, but it is running.
Hey, can I get this to myself?
Very beautiful here. So the road in and out of Gunlom is narrow, it winds and it goes up and down. And it's obvious. For this reason, they put the 50 km/h limit on the road. I think everybody's quite sticking with that, but it really is a pretty little place to get into. And the road in is not bad at all. As I said, I think probably it's been recently graded, but it does wind over creek beds, all sorts of things. That little crocodile certainly put the wind up a few people that were there. There's a lot of people camping there at the moment. My thoughts are that if there's been that many people in the pool today, if it was a salty, it would have had to go at something by now. But then again, you don't take chances, do you? Okay. Well, it's late in the afternoon and it's very hazy, but this is the Ikoymarrwa Lookout. The roads, there's something taking a belt round here. And we're just continuing down around the hill, and sure enough, there's this beautiful view. Just glorious out through there, very hazy though. It could be smoke, could be anything. Now, this is the former Adelaide River Railway Station, circa 1888. It's now a museum. Unfortunately, it's only open between 10 and 4, and it's only just approaching 9:30. So we won't be hanging around for that, unfortunately. There's the old railway lines here. And right alongside them is the new GAN. It's a 77-mile signboard. Between 1887 and 1889 these were used. 1914 to 1917. Use that type of one. The 215 mile between 1926 and 1929. And this is when the Catherine de Burdham railway extension was built. Inside there's obviously old railway memorabilia. Looking in through a louver here, and a lot of information on the walls. You go to Adelaide River and the railway. Bullet holes. 5.303 bullet holes fired from a Bren gun. 2 bullets are still on the post, fired by an irate soldier when the beer rations were very sporadic. 2 bullets fired from a Bren gun, 2 bullets are still on the post, fired by an irate soldier when the beer rations were very sporadic. 2 bullets fired from a Bren gun, 2 bullets are still on the post, fired by an irate soldier when the beer rations were very sporadic. 2 bullets fired from a Bren gun, 2 bullets are still on the post, fired by an irate soldier when the beer rations were very sporadic. 2 bullets fired from a Bren gun, 2 bullets are still on the post, fired by an irate soldier when the beer rations were very sporadic. 2 bullets fired from a Bren gun, 2 bullets are still on the post, fired by an irate soldier when the beer rations were very sporadic. 2 bullets fired from a Bren gun, 2 bullets are still on the post, fired by an irate soldier when the beer rations were very sporadic. 2 bullets fired from a Bren gun, 2 bullets are still on the post, fired by an irate soldier when the be Yeah, the diesel electric locomotive NSU 63 that we were looking at was powered by a Salsa 6-cylinder engine, a diesel engine, produced 850 horsepower, it weighed 60 tonnes, top speed of 50 miles an hour, and a continuous contractile effort of 15,300 pound at 15 mile an hour. Suffered major engine failure in 67, returned to Port Augusta for repairs and worked on the Central Australian Railway. The one we're looking at to start with. The railway line bender. Fairweight railway scales. One was quite nice. Old Woodfield copper, we used to have one of those in Mailings when I was a kid. I remember we were at Snake Creek looking at the armament area. Well, this is a hoist, a manual hoist that was used for carrying the armaments around. Someone's written on there, driving a diesel around in a shed full of explosives. And a simplex foam fire extinguisher. Seems to me that as with a lot of these museums though, they're struggling to find stuff that's really of great interest. Although, some people of course would find this very interesting. But there's a 5-ton yard crane. Over here we have quite a collection of junk. It's a matter of whether someone's going to actually eventually get around to cleaning it all up, presenting it properly. All cost money, of course. Well, how about the curved spoke wheels? This is not the flattest airfield in the world. There's a plane coming in to land on it, just about to touch down. This is Darwin Airport. Big runway. Long runway. Hello? I decided to take off again. There's an emergency vehicle of some sort out there in the middle of the circuit strip. Well, he's in safely anyway. So this is Darwin Stokes Hill Wharf. You standing on? Incredibly blue water. Green water? Whatever. Beautiful. The Sandflyers, the Territory's first locomotive. It was built in 1886 at the famous Baldwin Locomotive Works in Philadelphia, USA. There's a different arrangement for a motorbike, tricycle, engine obviously under the passengers. Okay, we're standing at Stokes Hill Wharf, and this was the scene of the first bombing on the 19th of February 1942 by the Japanese here in Australia. This wharf's now been rebuilt, with all that beautiful green water we were looking at a minute ago A lot of people died out there on that day. Beautiful. The crustacean building on the wharf. Finishing at the end with crustacean seafood restaurant. Then there's a gap between the two jetties, and to get to that one, we're going to go out around the other side. And down in the dock area, Darwin has their deck chair cinema. This is the Darwin Cricket Club ground. So just the ocean's just over the back. So you can see Scout Hall in the distance there, and surrounded by some of the most luxurious buildings, places. The way the driveway works and the house works, lovely. Absolutely beautiful. Well, this is Happy Valley holiday camp, but we have a problem, and that is just over there outside the fence where the people are burning off or what they're doing, but there's a lot of bloody stuff going up in smoke. It is on the other side of the fence, but it sounds interesting. All of a sudden there are a lot of birds flying around the place, so I wonder whether their nests have gone up. That is a little close for comfort for those caravan owners, I would suggest. Oh, that's just flared up again, and that's getting a bit close to comfort. He's already caravan hooked up, but whether he's going to pull it out or not. There are fire brigade units around there.
It's close.
Look at the birds over there.
Yeah.
Now, it's interesting, but Darwin has some of the most beautiful water to look at. Not a lot to do beach-wise, unfortunately, because the tides go out when they come in. There's just a whole heap of rocks there, really. But for all that, it's a lovely day today. It's not hot. And yet there's a distinct lack of people swimming anywhere, even in the pools, I've noticed. Now, whether they're not swimming in the ocean because of snakes or stingers or whatever, I don't know, but I have seen a few people dipping their toes. But there's just a distinct lack of people at the beach, which is amazing considering that Darwin is surrounded by water. Just along here there is a building project happening, whether it's going to be a sailing club or a yacht club or a boat building place or not, I don't know. But we just go out a little bit. There's a boat there set up so they can work underneath it. See alongside of it, there's a catamaran just sitting in the dirt. It was obviously there when the tide went out, and that's where it stayed. Hidden Valley Motor Complex has all sorts of tracks here. It's got go-karts, it's got motorbikes, it's got cars, it's got everything. What's happening over here at the moment, this is Saturday afternoon, it's obviously some sort of training course for people with motorbikes. Now all they're doing is riding around in circles. Well, if you actually drive 100 metres or so, you can actually tell what these things are. This is the Motorcyclist Education Training and Licensing Centre. There they all are, just being instructed. There's another group just coming off the road. These are learners being out on the road this afternoon. This is the Darwin Kart Club.
So that's the way it works. The top three have sort of cleared away by themselves now. So Brenner, Foster, it's in that runner, and Laurel Foster, he can drive this boy. He can drive it. Come on. I'll be interested to see if that market has up to this guy, but they're working hard, that's it. But Adam's got a straight gap there. That's what Adam wants to do.
A nice little circuit this, nicely set up. New tents and things, there's change rooms, plenty of trees, people will park under the trees watching what's going on. Clubhouse over here. Speedway just over the hill and Hidden Valley Motor Racing Circuit just up over the top from there.
I'd say that this...
As with all motor racing, it can be dangerous. This had a pang over there. One of them's gone race over cattle. In fact, two of them I think have gone race over. And Eddie goes with the boys at the moment, and hopefully they're okay.
This is the main part of the service, Jack. Wishing you were here to have one with me, mate.
And this is Ashley's about to crawl underneath the mighty beast and change the oil in the front diff, because we did all the rest of it yesterday.
Major problem with a typical Toyota, as you'll see the Nissan sitting there. Not an issue with it.
What he's trying to tell you is he doesn't bloody put oil in his diff. Just lets it whine and whinge. This is in a paddock just behind the Hidden Valley Resort, where all this skullduggery is going on. Well, the canal living, it's here in Darwin as well. This is a little suburb called Bayview. All the stuff built on the hill and all the canal, all private jetties. It's all here. Now, if you're lucky enough to secure this block here, and you can build it high enough, there's your view. Across into town. If you get the other side of the road, well then of course you get all the mangrove swamp and the industrial area. And there's a block that'd be nice to have. Nice. Now, is that a four-wheel drive boat? We'll just have ourselves a little party on the front, at the front. What a lifestyle. Beautiful.
Donnie joining this little fee there. Very touching song, very striking, and
Yeah, it's a delightful little part of the world just here.
it,
I would imagine very expensive. It's the ocean out there, and in she comes. There's this little natural harbour type thing. All these boats anchored in here. We just go across and check. Of course, mangroves just growing out of the water. Of course, the tide rises and falls, so as a result, they'll be underwater or they'll be in the water, out of the water sort of thing. Now, in this particular area, that's the boat ramp. And the sign specifically says, until your boat's ready to be rigged and launched and everything's ready to go, don't go down there. Yeah, this is the Fisherman's Wharf eatery, and in Darwin I've come down to the Fisherman's Wharf and bought fish and chips, and it was quite a tasty, well, not bad at all. Well, you don't get much redder than that for sunset. May remember from earlier on in the afternoon too, when that catamaran was just sitting on the beach. Now the water's right up.
Another tour of pictures you're doing, hey!
That's the sun making its exit. He's having fun. Well, the sun still slowly sinks over there in the western sky. If we have a look at that, and we just turn around, right behind us, there's a beautiful little bar set up, people sitting on the grounds just watching. Good morning, it's Sunday the 26th and I've decided to head out towards the Cox Peninsula. On the way, this is just some of the hinterland. Wait, what's this? This is the Darwin River Dam. Got a decent sized expanse of water. I'm really looking forward to Argyle, let me tell you. On the side of the lake they've set up nice little picnic areas and things, and there's another picnic area further back down before you even get here. Darwin River Dam. This dam stores water for domestic use. Tells the story. So the Darwin River Dam opened by Sir William McMahon, Right Honourable William McMahon at the time, 9th of June 1972. This is all part of the recreation area at the Darwin River Dam. You walk across the recreation area, you come to this area here, and there's some interesting stuff in there like this Davy portable steam engine, Davy Paxman portable steam engine, which was built in England in 1906. It was brought out here to Brisbane. It was used for these types of engines were used to drive chaff cutters, sheep shearing machinery and drilling units, etc. That one's been lovingly restored, and there's a whole heap of other engines here as well, and bits and pieces. Chisel bit for a cable tool drill. And plus there's these few oily and polished things around the grounds here as well. Woke up to yet another flat tyre on the old girl this morning, right rear yet again. So we've changed the wheel this time, and we'll see what happens with that tomorrow. Okay, that's Darwin. That's 20 minutes away by ferry. We've just driven 130 kilometres to get here. It's very similar to Port Phillip Bay, where you've got that very quick ferry trip across. Alternatively, you drive all the way around. This one's a little different. Instead of talking about crocodiles, I'm talking about box jellyfish. And the box jellyfish occur in these waters, and the stings can be deadly. It's the boat ramp. And it does tell you that tides and winds can make it very awkward to retrieve your boat if you happen to lose it. You just have a look there, it'll give you a rough idea of how high the tide goes. Got a few fish swimming there. There were boats going through them. Oh, there's great lumps of seaweed. They're around Fanny Bay. Well, we're going to go and have a look at a few things that are happening around here.
Gary?
All of a sudden we have an influx of people under the pier here. And this, I take it, is the ferry. We'll take them back across to Darwin. It's actually a school bus pulls up here, so I assume the kids go to school in Darwin and catch the ferry each day. Ferries in Darwin have different levels for their steps. I assume depending on what level it's at, that's where the boat will pull up to and berth. And the exchange of passengers takes place. Well, I don't know what's in here, but so far experience shows me there's generally just a plaque or something, but let's go and have a look and see. This is out on the Cox Peninsula. This is a surprise. The wreckage of Milady serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made by the Americans in the territory. We ask you to respect the memories of Lieutenant Bobby Neal crew at this declared heritage place by leaving the site as you find it. Would you believe? There it is. I'd suggest they've probably taken certain parts of the plane away, but they've left other bits of it here. Okay, this all happened in 1945, 17th of January 1945. They'd done a practice bombing run and then the plane crashed. That's Milady on the right hand side there without the camouflage. And that's the actual site on when they found the plane. Okay, this is Crabclaw Island, home of the Crabclaw Island Fisherman's Village, and there are certain restrictions, so we're not going to go on the airstrip. Okay, this is Crabclaw Fishing Island, retreat, whatever. This is beautiful. Privately owned property. It's set up as a resort. And this inlet or harbour opens out to the Arafura Sea. And where we've just come from, Mandorah, is basically straight across through there. And Darwin is just behind that again. Water is obviously out at the moment. A few boats out fishing in the middle of the harbour there. They say you can sit here and watch the crocodiles float past, but I haven't seen one for a couple of weeks, and they had one come through just the other night. It's a big bloke. It cruises up and down. All the fires that we see are controlled burning. Otherwise it can be a real problem. Well, some of the fishing boats are set up nicely. Little canopies on top to protect against the sun. Because of crocodiles and stingers and that sort of thing, most people swim in pools. And this is the underground or underneath part of the bar. And then the bar and restaurant are upstairs as well. This is really quite salubrious.
Whole thing, if you take one of the crew out of the equation for the weekend, you're not going to have a good weekend. So it comes down to the whole crew and the engineers and the car and the driver. It's a real, even though it doesn't look like a team effort as much as
this is the airstrip at Crabclaw, all privately owned. Righto, This is Dundee Beach. This is right at the end of the Cox Peninsula. And it opens out, they tell me, into the Timor Sea. We were on the other side of the peninsula, opens out into the Arafura Sea. So they tell me. I have to believe them, they live here. The reef out there, of course, will be totally covered by the tide when it comes in. So that groin area, there's a lot of car tracks down there. That's obviously the boat launch ramp. So as the tide comes in, you launch it up there, it goes out. And again, you can see how far up the tide goes when it comes in. So this is Dundee Beach, this camping area in here. Dundee Beach, probably about 140 kilometres, maybe 150 from Darwin. Getting late in the afternoon, so we need to start making the move back now. Dundee Beach has probably around about 400 actual full-time local residents in and around the area. It covers a fair area. This is just the Dundee Beach caravan or camping area more than anything else. But in the actual surrounding area, probably around about 400 permanent people. Told that the road in was rough. What they didn't tell me was it was the bitumen bit that was rough. The gravel was all right. Okay. If you enjoyed this video, there are over 500 more just like it on this channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and we'll let you know when the next video is available. If you liked this video, hit the like button and feel free to share with your friends. Thanks for watching.